not because they did the Holocaust, but because the Holocaust was done in the center of Christendom. Right in the center of Europe, with a normal Jew looking at it from a peripheral point of view, this is the center of the Christian world. She said the silence of the Christians within the times of the Holocaust says more to me than anything else. And at that point, she wrote off Christians. She's later had that confronted by believers coming to this land. And it's like, but she said to me, when she looked at this, she was in shock, total shock. She looked at it and she said, I never imagined ever that I would feel an attraction towards Jesus, ever. But she said, I can't get this out of my mind. She said, it's like his words, no one could understand his words till the Holocaust happened, because there was never a level of suffering that could ever even match the crucifixion suffering. I thought, it totally didn't. Now, if you look at each one of the panels, each one of the panels represents one of the 7 last words. What you see as the division between the panels are 6 pillars of stone. The 6 pillars of stone is a reference to the 6 million. It's a memorial. Because if you're dealing with the personality of the Holocaust, you have to see it in 2 parts. Always the Holocaust is the survivor with the perished. The survivor is always attached to the memory of the perished. Memory for a survivor it's like a lifeline. So what you see is a memorial of the perished within the stones. The bronze figures represent the survivor. But it's his memory of the camps. It's the shaved head and the striped clothes. The first panel, since you're all from Southern California, you're all like, I'm sure, like hyper creative and attentive to it. If you look at the panel, which one of the 7 words do you think it expresses? There's a sense of declaration. There's a sense of intention in the face. There isn't a focus on his pain, but more a place of declaration. See, for me, it's also an intentional connection to the heart of Jesus. Father, forgive them. They don't know what they do. For him, that was the foundation of everything. So in creating the piece, what you don't see in the wall is a cross. I felt like the cross is one of the most negative symbols before the Jewish people. It represents, in a large degree, a lot of their persecution, that symbol. What I wanted it was a person representing crucifixion and a figure representing the Holocaust. This is a dialogue between 2 individuals. Also, the idea of the stone itself being Jerusalem stone is the sense of it's the only city that Jesus wept over was Jerusalem. So the idea is that the block lines are even going through the body. He's coming out of the wall with the proclamation. The water that's going over the surface of the stones, when Daphne and I were struggling hugely in the beginning of this, we got this verse in Jeremiah, where Jeremiah is crying out, and he's saying, "O Lord, that my head would be a spring of water, and my eyes a fountain of tears, that I would weep day and night for the loss of my people." We knew this was going to be an intercession. And so the water element, to a certain degree, responds to the cry, the prophetic cry, the intercession over the perished. Again, touching the word payback. The figure, the declaration within the crucifixion is saying this word, but I'm thinking to myself when I'm doing it, Jesus is doing more than forgiving those that have crucified him. He's creating in these words a covenant of forgiveness. The covenant's based on forgiveness. That's its whole foundation. The figure that represents the Holocaust is in a place of struggle. Every survivor that I've known over the years, when you touch the word forgiveness, there's this huge fear that comes up within a survivor. They always attach the word forgive to the word forget. And like what I said, their memory and the place of memory in who they are as a person, it's their reason to live, because they're still connected somehow in their memory to those that perished. Somehow those that perished are still there because of their memory position and what they carry. And so, if it's a covenant of forgiveness, it comes to me first. So he's clutching his chest. But the covenant demands that I give it out. I have to give out forgiveness. If I receive it, I have to give it out. So there is the struggle for the survivor. He's identifying to the word, but the palm of the hand is turned outward. I have to give it out, but he's leaning, almost locked in to the stones that represent the parish. He is supporting them, or they are supporting him. But in a sense, he's interwoven, and it's this huge struggle.